No, stop.
Slick Cracker.
It's your boy, Slick Cracker. The new YouTube Rewind is here, and damn, it utterly sucks. I had high expectations for it from the start. The moment I saw my boy Jake Paul, I had hopes that this could be the best Rewind ever. I've always loved his content, and clearly he deserved to be there over those other disgusting YouTubers like Pewdiepie that just have burned out and made worse and worse content. Honestly, why is Pewdiepie even around? He should just quit YouTube while people still remotely remember him before he utterly gets destroyed by history, because no one is going to remember that guy. I mean, let's be honest. When's the last time Pewdiepie didn't start drama? This is what it was meant to be, dude. Now, I'm not much of a fan of Logan Paul either, but I'm glad that YouTube is recognizing real talent over these other losers. I had low hopes for YouTube Rewind when I saw at this beginning KSI holding... Are you serious, YouTube? I mean, I know there's trends that happen all year. Why choose this? What is wrong with you? Okay, maybe I can give you a pass because, you know, fidget spinners were a meme. They deserve to get a bit of a break considering how they blew up. They were everywhere. They were at schools. They were all over the place. Most of YouTube Rewind is just referencing trash memes. You know, you get your shooting star, you get your salt drop, and the rest is featuring YouTubers that they believed worthy of being there. Completely wrong. There's a ton of scenes that don't really make a lot of sense where YouTubers are just throwing around colors, and it's just like, what are they even doing? What is the point in this? I guess the whole point of this is to show that they're having fun and they're likable people and they can make entertainment out of anything, or something about creativity, or this is some sort of loose interpretation of what they think would be a way to show that they are colorful individuals that match their personality inside. But the whole point of it just seems really weird and out of place. And I'm not gonna lie, this picture in particular, when they have all these jewels on their face, that actually kind of creeps me out. I don't know about you guys, but I just find that really disturbing for some reason. I think the biggest running gag of the YouTube Rewind is that a lot of these YouTubers are people that most people won't even know. Of course, like, you might recognize a few faces here and there, but a lot of these content come from so many different quote-unquote family-friendly channels that no one ever really seeks out unless you're like 12 years old or support their fan base, really. Oh yeah, and don't forget YouTubers like Markiplier that literally cry every single one of his videos just to remind you that I'm a touchy-feely person, and constantly manipulates his 12-year-old fan base into liking him more so he gets that extra ad revenue. To be honest, if I was making as much money as he was, I would be crying every single video. This other part was really funny. They actually referenced all these dead memes in this graveyard, but of course they did the one thing that absolutely made me livid. They referenced Smash Mouth as a dead meme, and that utterly made me furious because Smash Mouth is a timeless classic. It transcends history and it transcends pop culture in general. It will never die. I don't care what you say. If you say that Smash Mouth is a dead meme, I will find you. Also, I like that you try to call dabbing dead, because that meme is not even close to end. Because my boy Jake Paul does it, and Jake Paul is always right. Oh yeah, now back to the shooting star meme again, because the first time it was not enough. They just needed to have that a second time, because wow, that's just so much more important. And don't forget the dab, of course, because 2016 did it like multiple times, and they needed to have it again. That doesn't get old or cringy anytime soon. Now this is the part where it really starts to annoy me, where they talk about that Houston flooding. Now first of all, stop trying to emotionally manipulate your viewers by then showing all the YouTubers holding hands like, oh look, if you all stand together we can fight environmental events we have no control over by the power of smiling. It's so dumb. Honestly, the fact that they're constantly trying to emotionally move us when they're just showing all this stupid stuff constantly in order to try to get an emotional reaction from it. Okay, now we're back with the fidget spinner memes again, because, you know, once, twice, 3 times is just not enough for you guys. Is it really? You just have to mention it every single time to show that you're still referencing a relevant topic. Come on. Now it gets back to all these other YouTubers that I think I recognize, and even Vine stars here and there. Is that Big Shaq? Are you seriously? I'm gonna give you an extra point for that because that guy is hilarious. I love his music. I find it kind of hilarious that they included a lot of Vine stars that are hardly YouTubers, because I guess they just ran out of people that they thought people would recognize because they couldn't get anyone important. Cough, cough, Pewdiepie. And once again, the shooting star meme one final time. I love it. They just have to reference that at least 3 times in order to really let it sink in. And we're back to Colbert. definitely the worst rewind we've ever seen. I mean, come on. 2016's was amazing. It had so much more variety, different music. There was just trash songs from Kendrick Lamar. Do you guys even remember that? Do you guys even remember that? Remember Hodor? They actually got Hodor from Game of Thrones. It was amazing. In the 2016 YouTube Rewind, there were so many more special effects, a lot more variety in the places that they showed. There's a lot more content creators we could actually recognize, first of all, because I'm pretty sure there's a shortage in the amount of ones we found in 2017. For whatever reason, I can't really find. I bet YouTube is getting a lot more picky about what YouTubers that they determine are quote-unquote advertiser friendly are the ones that they get picked, of course, because that's why a YouTuber like Markiplier, who's so ad friendly to his 12-year-old fan base that he really can only sell himself to those kinds of people. One thing that kind of sucks about the animators at the very end of the YouTube Rewind 2017 is that they were really pushed to the end instead of just appearing in the main video. And you know, YouTube, you could easily put them in the main video. You could incorporate them as part of the song or part of the number or something like that. You don't have to force them to be at the end, because honestly, they're a lot more talented than most of the YouTubers and Vine stars that you've shown, and definitely over in KSI here with his awful music. I mean, honestly, your music career is never going to take off, dude. You are garbage. You know what I think a lot of people are forgetting is that the YouTube Rewind 2016 was so much better than anything that they did in 2017, really, because this had music, this had variety, this had a lot more dancing, this had a lot more talented people that they cast out. I mean, there's a lot more recognizable faces and celebrities that I guess they couldn't just get in 2017, besides Stephen Colbert, which I guess was their last ditch effort, because let's be honest, the Colbert Report was amazing, but he kind of fell apart. One thing I noticed that was in a lot of YouTube Rewind 2016 and not in 2017 was just dance numbers, in which everyone is coordinating a dance or something like that. I don't know why they wouldn't include something like that in 2017, because it is kind of cool to see all these YouTubers that you might recognize and stuff, and all this different variety that they show. It's not just like one meme dance, it's all sorts of things that they can find, and acrobatic stuff that people do from like YouTubers that are probably from some sort of gymnastics channel or something like that. It seems like there's a lot more quote-unquote fun things happening in the 2017 YouTube Rewind that I guess a lot more safer and probably were more easy to coordinate, which just makes it look disorganized and kind of chaotic and not really as coordinated as 2016's. I honestly don't think the next Rewind could be any worse than this one. So to be honest, they're setting themselves up for an easy success here, but let's be honest here, YouTube sucks. There's a good chance they'll mess it up anyways, and it'll still be just as bad. And I'm just being realistic here. Don't mess this up, YouTube. Bring back my boy Jake Paul for 2008 YouTube Rewind, and maybe it'll have a chance to be just as good as 2016, because you dropped the ball on this one. You made a terrible rewind here. Honestly, there's so little variety in songs here. There's so little content creators that are actually likable. You need to fix this. But that's just my 2 cents on that issue, and I hope you guys enjoyed. This has been Slick Cracker, and the outro is coming in 3, 2, 1.